Have you ever wondered why one dating app, Hinge, boldly markets itself as designed to be deleted? Most apps like Tinder and Bumble are all about keeping you hooked. So why would Hinge want you to leave? What's their game plan and could it actually be working? Stick around because the answer might just surprise you and maybe even change how you view online dating forever. Alright, let's get straight into it. The biggest problem dating app face is something called churn. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you are on a dating app and you finally find the one, what would be a natural next step is? You guessed it right, delete the app. And for dating apps, that's a worst nightmare. Most apps solve this problem by making it harder for you to leave. They optimize their platforms to keep you swiping, matching, and coming back for more. Have you ever noticed how they nudge you to pause your account instead of deleting it? Or how the exit process feels like trying to cancel a gym membership? That's not an accident. But here is where it gets even deeper. These apps don't just keep you around with tactics, they mess with your psychology. The endless swiping introduces what psychologists call the paradox of choice. You are faced with so many potential matches that you start to wonder what if there is someone better out there. Even if you are on a great date or in a building relationship, that little doubt creeps in. And when relationships get tough, as they always do, where do many people turn first? Yep, back to the dating apps. This cycle creates the culture where commitments feel optional and relationships are fleeting. And honestly, that's not what dating app was supposed to be about. Now let's talk about Hinge. Their founder Justin McLeod saw this problem unfolding in real time. He read an article about the so-called dating apocalypse, where apps were criticized for turning dating into a hookup game, or worse, a revolving door of serial daters. And he hated it. That's when Hinge decided to change the game. Now, instead of following the crowd, they chose to stand for something different, real and meaningful connections. So, how did Hinge do it? They re engineered the app to filter out casual users and focus on serious daters. Step number one, the sign up process. Hinge asks a ton of questions, far more than other dating apps. And why? Because it acts as an initial filter. If you are not serious about finding a quality match, you won't have the patience to stick around. Step number two, the app's design. Every feature on Hinge is optimized to foster genuine connections. It's less about swiping and more about engaging. Prompts like, "What's your biggest fear?" encourage users to showcase their personality rather than just look. And it worked. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Other dating apps thought Hinge approach was crazy. They believe reducing the number of users would kill the app because dating apps rely on volume to thrive. But Hinge saw something others missed: quality over quantity. Their approach appealed to specific but crucial demographic: women who are fed up with low quality matches. And guess what? When women join an app, men follow. That's how network effects in dating app works. By creating a culture that prioritized serious connection, Hinge automatically filtered out the hookup crowd, and it paid off. Now the biggest question is how Hinge is making money. Well, Hinge premium plan is expensive but intentionally so. It feels less like a subscription and more like an investment. You are paying for a tool to help you find a life partner, not just a casual fling. And because Hinge markets itself as designed to be deleted, they are not banking on repeat customers. Their business model is a one-time purchase, and let's be real, if it works, it's worth it. So what's the takeaway here? Hinge isn't just a dating app. It's a rebellion against everything people hate about dating apps. By leaning into the very problem the industry tries to avoid, churn, they have created a brand that feels authentic, ethical, and refreshing. The phrase "designed to be deleted" isn't just a slogan, it's a promise. So, whether you are someone looking for meaningful connection or just fascinated by how businesses can disrupt an industry, Hinge is a case study worth paying attention to. Now, what do you think? Are you team Hinge or do you think other apps have it figured out? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and if you have enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more content like this. Until next time, swipe smart, stay kind, and maybe delete the app for good.